Okay, recording is in process. For those of you that are here live, if you go to YouTube and search on my name, you'll find past classes. So I'm teaching 3:45 on Mondays, Thursday morning at 8:30. Ideally, you would do more Qigong than that. So even, I always say a little bit of Qigong is better than no Qigong. So even if you just do 5-10 minutes, that's great. Kind of get things moving. I know we have, hi Sarah, I'm really glad you're here. I made an announcement to anybody that walked in late or logged on late that I had the inspiration to teach a fully seated class today. And of course, I always recommend you tune into your body. So if it, for whatever reason, it's more comfortable for you to stand. I'll try to offer modifications, but you also can just get creative. The only way to do Qigong wrong is if it hurts. It should never, ever hurt. It should never cause an increase in pain. You might already have pain. If my shoulder hurts and I do this and it hurts the same, that's fine then, right? But if I do this and it goes, that's not good. Don't do that then. You could do a shoulder roll, you could do it on one side, you could do completely different movement. You take care of you. So in this class, I do not offer individual modifications. You need to kind of take care of yourself. The number one thing to do is really just listen to your body. At the end of our time together, I want you to feel better. Okay, so if you are at home or anybody here, you two are going to need a little space because we're going to do a little movement. So just make sure if you want to move any chairs out of the way or anything, go for it. If you're at home and want to have a chair, you're welcome to. So glad everybody is here. And let's just start out as we often do and just move in any way that feels good to your body and really move the chairs to your liking. Maintenance is going to come in and set it up for tonight so we can rearrange as much as we want to. But wonderful, wonderful. That in itself is Qigong, right? Of just stretching, moving. We have nerve pathways, we have energy pathways, and we just want them to open up. I was just talking to somebody about the importance of taking movement snacks, meaning don't sit in the same position for hours and hours and hours. Try, if you're on a Zoom retreat or in a long meeting, even in an in-person meeting, get up every hour and just do what we just did. Just move, stretch, things like that. So, if it's available to you to sit with your feet flat on the floor or stand, spine upright, we're just going to turn our attention inward and just do a really quick scan and just kind of notice how we're doing. Say hello to ourselves. We go through the day, our attention's out. Turn it in so you can soften your eyes, you can close your eyes. Take a big inhale, let it out with a sigh. And just in your own way, do a body scan from top to bottom, pretty quick, and just noticing what you notice. Is anything hot or cold or sharp or tight? Make sure to include your spine, your arms, your hands. Is the left side the same as the right side? Another deep inhale, another sigh. Releasing, letting go, feeling the weight of your body on the chair come down your legs, knees, ankles, feet. Just noticing what you notice. And now turning your attention to your emotional body. What is present for you today? Anything standing out? Happy, sad, confused, just kind of drained, numb, quiet and reflective. It's all welcome, as that famous poem goes. And now tune into your mind, the quality of your thoughts. Are they going round and round? You chasing one thought, or is it just many at once, or is your mind just quiet and still? You're hearing my words. And lastly, I'll invite you to take another breath and just notice, how is that inhale for you? Easy, stuck. Same with the exhale. Now put that all together. Mind, body, emotions, our connection to spirit. Snapshot that, and we'll come back and check in again in a little bit. So coming out of this inward state, opening your eyes, doing another little movement, and getting ready to move. So I should have a show and tell. Many of you are familiar with the Tai Chi symbol, the yin and the yang, the white and the dark. And so we are in that correlates to an hour, day, 24-hour cycle. It also correlates to the year cycle. So we are approaching the winter solstice, which is the darkest time of the year. We just ended daylight savings time, so it's much darker earlier. And so that was part of my inspiration of doing a seated class. We're approaching the time of darkness, so let's kind of quiet down. And one way to quiet ourselves, sometimes for those of you that come to the 8:30 in the morning class, we are bringing the energy up. We're getting ready to enter our day. This is different. We're quieting, we're settled. And so doing a seated routine, if you think of yang as the activity, the yin is the quiet. So seated is a little more quiet. And so we can just move our body, breathe, in accordance with that. And many of these will look familiar to you, that we often do these standing, but we're going to do them seated. So you have an idea of some modifications if you ever do want to do either one. So again, if you want to stand now, you're welcome to. I'm intending to sit. It just feels really good and stable to me. So we're going to start with spinal cord breathing. And so it's kind of like the cat and the cow. And so we're just gonna isolate the spine, and then in a minute we'll add in our arms. And so I want you to kind of arch your back and then bring this area, bring your shoulder blades together in the back. And now do the opposite. Round and curve that back. And do that again. Inhale, you can draw your elbows back if you like. And exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders forward, round into a ball. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale. So let's continue. You kind of get that movement of the spine. Let's add in our arms. If you like, you may just want to stay with this one, but if you want to add in your arms, elbows come back, chest is out, and now elbows come forward. We tuck into a ball. Make sure you're going down to your low back, rounding that low back too. Inhale. Exhale. This is really good. Deep breathing with spinal movement is wonderful to bring on that relaxation response. One more time like this, and sit. And just in this moment, when I said, if you only have a few minutes for Qi Gong, do that one, right? Gets your spine, gets your shoulders going. So now we're going to do the same but we're gonna turn to the side. So now we're gonna do a twist. So let's just start that without the arms and just imagine you have a flashlight coming out of your belly button and see how far you can shine that flashlight, how far to your side, and then back to the center, and then how far to the side and back to the center, and one more to each side, just slow and just really gentle twist. And now we can add in the arms. So arms are going to start here, and then we're going to turn and twist from that belly button and then back to the center. And again, it's that rounding, round your shoulders, tuck your tailbone, round your low back. And now we twist to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. In through the nose, and then you can sigh out. One more to each side. And last one. And let's do some shoulder rolls. So I like really, if I just told you to do shoulder rolls, you'd go like this. I really want as big a motion as you can. So let's break it into 4 movements. First thing, bring your shoulders as, you want your spine upright, so we're not sinking, spine upright, but bring those shoulders together. Notice where you feel that. Your shoulder blades and back are coming apart. Now we're gonna go up to our ears. Now we're gonna go back and down. So again, spine's up the whole time. Forward, up, back, down. And once you have that, now you can make it a circle and just try to make it as big a circle as possible. Inhale up, and let's 2 more times. And 1 more time. Great, and feel your neck. I feel like should have measured everybody when they came in here. I feel like we're already sitting a little taller. So let's get into our neck a little bit. We're gonna do a stretch, and so you're gonna take your left hand and take your right hand around your wrist and pull it across and kind of down, and now look over that shoulder and just notice where you feel that and hold it and relax and release and let go. Take that same hand, your left hand, and now keeping this straight, you can either use your hand or you can use your elbow, which I always think is a rude gesture in some country somewhere. And feeling the stretch. So remember, this arm is straight and sitting up straight, really isolating that stretch. And now tilt your head away and loosen your jaw and come down. And just feel that shoulder kind of loosening up. You can do some kind of octopus arms and see if there's anything that wants to unwind. Might get a snap, crackle, pop. Let's do one more. Hand comes up and back, and then if you can, stretch. And so you're stretching along the tricep and then along that whole side. So stretch and breathe. And take a deep inhale through the nose and notice where you feel it. And bring that arm down. So I feel very lopsided now. So I had to remember what was the first one we did. So now take your right hand, arm stays straight. You're going to grasp it, grasp your wrist with the other hand, bring it across, and I'm pulling down and across. And now I'm going to turn and look and hold and pull. So I'm pretty actively pulling away. Jaws relaxed. And relax. And then we'll do the same thing. Your right arm stays straight, comes across, and stretch. And you can tilt your neck away if you want. Deep inhale. Full exhale and relax. Arm goes up. So my elbow's by my ear, if I can, trying to reach something on the ceiling. And now I just bend. And this is amazing, the difference for me between my left and my right. And breathe. And arms come out and down. Twist and turn again. Somebody dropped off Zoom. Okay, so we're going to do another one that's for the spine. It's called Dog Wags Its Tail, and it's kind of an unusual one to do seated. So sit in a way. If you're seated, have your knees far enough apart, and you're just going to do like if there were two scales here, one on my right, one on my left, it would be equal weight. And now I'm going to transfer more of my weight onto this side. So this hip comes up a little bit. And now I'm going to transfer more weight onto this side, and then that comes up a little bit. And so we're just going to go back and forth like that. So you'll notice that I'm not moving. It's not trying to get over here. My head actually stays pretty much in the same thing. Do this. Find your lowest rib that you can, bottom of the rib cage, and then find the top of your hip. Right now, when I'm seated like this, they're the same. Now I'm going to transfer the weight this way. This one gets crunched together because this hip is coming up, and now this one gets closer together. Does that make sense? So we're just going back and forth like that, and then you can add in your arms if you like, and releasing tension between the shoulder blades. And you can go a little quicker like dogs do, bringing happiness, happy, healthy energy in. And slow it down. And so we're really focusing on the spine here, doing forward. Now we'll do a little bit more of the twisting movement. And so we're going to start just at the top and really isolate our neck, and then we'll go into the shoulders and then the torso here. So shoulders squared off. Turn and look over your shoulder and just notice where you meet your end range. Just kind of say hello to your end range and just kind of like get familiar with that. Come back to the center and then the other side. Notice, are they the same? Are they different? And back to the center. And now we'll go over to the other side again. And now come to that end range. And now with your eyeballs, try to look over your shoulder. Keep those shoulders squared off, but look, and I gained quite a bit out of my curiosity. What's behind me? What can I see? Interesting. Come back to the center. Other side, same thing. Do the twist. Come to your end range, and now use your eyes to investigate behind you and gain. Great. Back to the center. So now we're going to turn to that same side, and now I'm going to take left hand, put it on the knee if you want, and support yourself with this, and now twist your shoulders, twist your waist, and back to the center, and other side, this hand up, and turn the neck, the shoulders, the waist, and hold it, and one more to each side, exhaling as you twist, inhale back to center, exhaling as you twist, inhaling back to center. And if we were standing, we might do the classical knocking on the door of life. If you're standing, you're welcome to do that. For seated, we're gonna cross our arms into the I Dream of Jeannie pose and twist and twist. And keep your hips, it's really, pay attention one moment. These three treasures, we sometimes do the three treasures, head, heart, gut center, those are all stay in alignment. So I'm not twisting, I'm not trying to twist, but it's like I'm in alignment here, and from there I'm twisting. And that's true seated or standing. And just notice where you notice, and slow down. So let's just do, we've been at it about 20 plus minutes. So let's just do, it's been very physical, involving a little breath. Let's just do a little check-in. You can do this seated or standing, just turning your attention inward, taking an inhale. How does that breath flow? Tuning into your body, doing that scan from top to bottom. What's changed? What stayed the same? Where does your attention go? Emotions. There been any shifts? Settling? And quality, speed of thoughts. You feeling connected to yourself. And one last one I would add is note your body temperature. And snapshot that, kind of see how it is with the first one we did. And get ready to move a little more. Just out of curiosity, is anybody else warmer? I always get warmer. I see people nodding their head. That's our Qi moving. So if you're cold, if you have chronically cold hands, if you're chronically cold, just moving kind of increases the circulation, gets the energy going. The gym I worked out at in Santa Cruz was a small family gym, and even on the coldest morning, he would always have the doors open, and I would always go close them, and he'd go open them again, and he'd go down and do some push-ups. It's like generate your own body heat. And I learned how to do it, and Qi Gong really can be very, very beneficial that way. We need warmth, we need blood flow for healing. So let's continue with our just kind of opening up the channels and the muscles. So we're gonna do one again, kind of focusing on the shoulders and the neck. I think it's called spreading the feathers. So your hands are gonna come, watch my hands. I'm not gonna go out like this. They're gonna be down, and then my hands are going down. And so I'm going out and down, and just kind of pushing away. Notice how your hands feel in this position. And now tilt your head to one side, reach that ear up towards the ceiling, and make tiny circles with your chin. And then go the opposite direction. And bring the hands down and just notice how that feels. And other side, so hands pushing away and down, and ear to the sky, and circles. Notice if you get any sensations in your palms. Go the other direction with your chin. And again, coming back to midline. I always think of this as kind of stirring it in, of like we've just stretched things and now we're gonna massage it a little bit. So now it's going to be similar, but you're gonna take your thumb and try to touch it with all fingers. And now we're gonna go down, and the back of the hand is pressing down and away. And just notice how that feels. That's kind of intense for me. In my arms, I'm feeling it, in my biceps and triceps. And now, again, ear to the sky, and circles. Is this different than the first one? Other direction. And chin to the chest, and other side. And circle. And other direction. And chin to the chest. Wonderful. Just feel how it feels. Okay, so we're gonna do another one that's really for the whole spine, the front of the spine, the back of the spine, all the muscles. So starting with everything in alignment. Now tuck your chin, and from here, round into a ball, tuck your tailbone, and now come forward. Look at the floor, and now look up, and now slowly sit up. And so you can watch me one time. If you were tucked in a ball, it might be hard to see what's going on. So tuck, continue down, curl into a ball. When I'm here, my forearms, you can't see on the Zoom, my forearms are resting on my thighs. From here, my head's gonna come out, my spine is straight, and I'm looking at the floor, and now I look up, and now I slowly sit up. And here, I'm arching my back, and then I'm up. And so, exhale down, inhale up. Let's do a healing sounds round. We're gonna make the sound like almost, I always think of it, sorry to the bikers in the room, like air escaping from a bike wheel tire. Okay, so when we're exhaling, we're gonna make that sound. Blow all the air out of your lungs, and then inhale through the nose, filling the lungs. Again. Filling the lungs, and one more time. Wonderful. So we've really stretched and opened. We've got the joints open. Let's do some meridian massage. So meridian is, from many of you are familiar with Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure. We have kind of rivers of energy. They start in the chest, they go down the inside, go across the palm, go out to the fingertips, And then the yang channels start at the fingertips and come up the inside to the head. So we're gonna, let's actually start with a little acupressure. Find your big sternum, that big chest bone there, and just knock on that. And inhale and hold your breath and keep knocking. And exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. And 1 more time. All right. With your left hand, go off the sternum and then come over to kind of this juncture where your arm and your shoulder meet, but on the chest. And there's some kind of, just use your fingers to investigate. This is your pectoralis muscle. It's tight on a lot of people. There's some lung acupressure points there. Good for immunity. And if you find something tender, just kind of hang out there, send yourself some compassion, be gentle with it, kind of untangle it. And now using that same hand, go up to the top of your shoulder and can almost guarantee you're gonna find some good pressure points there. And just again, investigate. You can press down. You can press down and move your shoulder if you like. You can squeeze it, just whatever feels good. Self massage. And you can go on to the top of your shoulder blade there. Should feel really good, whatever you're doing. And now stick your right hand out and we're gonna go down, turn it over, come up, down, up, all right? So just start tapping, coming down from the shoulder to the elbow, to the wrist. Today, not always, a lot of times we don't go across the palm, but let's go all the way across the palm. And now palm down, starting at the fingertips and coming up. And then come up to the top of the shoulder. We're gonna do that again. Try to take a different path. By the time we're done, I want you to kind of have touched as much surface area of your arm that you can. And you can hear, I'm tapping pretty firmly. 1 more time. And 1 more time. And now, hand goes behind the head and then get into your, the medical term is axilla. This is your armpit. There's lots of lymph nodes here. And then if you can, go down the side. So armpit, down the side to the hip. 1 more time. And just for a moment, turn your attention inward, sit with your palms up or stand, and just notice, scan your arms, left side to right side, just noticing what you notice. Great, let's do the other side. So we're gonna start with the massage, so coming off the sternum, coming across your pectoralis and looking for pressure points. Noting the difference between the 2 sides. And coming up on the top of the shoulder there. Can massage, can squeeze it. And do the meridian massage, so your left arm goes out and tap. palm down, up the outside. 2 more times. Top of the shoulder, and last one. And this hand goes behind the head, bracing and tapping, getting that lymph flowing, and down the side to the hip. 2 more times. And 1 more time. Let's do 1 more massage. Take your thumbs, go on your skull, and then slide down to where you're into some muscle and just kind of search around. You can go back and forth like this on the skull. You can go down into the neck if you want. Just do what feels good. This is kind of the super highway to your brain. So we just want this whole area, optimal blood flow. Wonderful. If you ever only have a few minutes, that's a really good kind of wake up. If you don't remember which way to go, don't worry about it. Sometimes we just tap randomly, just opens up those little capillaries, get things. That's a good one Meg's doing. Just tap, right? Just tap. Okay, so we're going to I'm going to end a little bit early today, but we're going to spend the last 5 minutes or so now that we've like opened up and got things flowing. Now we're going to move into the flows. So traditionally for the flowing movements, you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And it's very, tells your brain when you're breathing slowly in and out through the nose that you're in a safe place, the nervous system can regulate. Thich Nhat Hanh, my teacher, said when I slow my breathing, my mind slows down. When the mind is racing or our breath is racing, they tend to go together. So we're going to do a special kind of breathing called belly breathing. So put your hands on your belly, and I want you to imagine there's a balloon there. And as you inhale, you're inflating the balloon in through the nose and out through the nose. And when you're exhaling, that balloon just lightly deflates. So we're not actively trying to shrink it. It just happens naturally. Again, in through the nose, out through the nose. And now we're going to add in, it's called wave breathing. So we first fill our belly and then our ribs and then our chest. And then when we exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So let's try that. Inhale, filling the belly. Now the ribs, now the chest, and in reverse, chest, ribs, belly. 1 more time. Okay, now that we have that wave breathing, we're going to add in some movement. So your hands can start here, face up. I'm going to have to move back a little bit for my Zoomers. Somebody dropped and is coming back in. Great. So hands are here, so we're going to do that wave breathing. So inhale, belly, ribs, chest, and then we're going to pause, pushing the hands up, looking up if you want. And now exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Pause again. Jaws relaxed. Everything's relaxed. Hands are relaxed, just floating. In through the nose, out through the nose. And one more time. Have your palms face down, kind of at the level of your belly button. And just kind of slowly twinkle your fingers. And again, it's a little bit that flashlight from the belly button, a little bit of a twist from the waist. And just imagine your hands are just floating across the surface of a calm lake. It's very warm. The sun is shining. There's sparkles on the water. And now when we're over on this side, we're all going to be here on this side. And from here, bring your palms are together, facing up. We go to the sun in the sky, which moves across the sky. And now a gentle rain falls across the lake, quiet and still. Water evaporating up, transforming into a cloud, moving across the sky, transforming into rain, coming down. Can inhale up, slight pause, gentle exhale through the nose. One more in this direction. And back to the lake. Just imagine your hands very lightly touching this sensation of this warm water. And when we're all on this side, the evaporation goes up into a cloud, across the sky, gentle nourishing rain coming down, filling the lake. Inhale, pause, exhale. And back to the lake. And just for a moment, sitting in a good sturdy position, feet are wide, palms facing down, feeling your connection to all the elements, the earth, the water, the sun, all of creation. Connection to earth, connection to the cosmos, connection to each other. Feel your palms as if you could breathe in through your palms. And from this place, let's just end with a quiet meditation. You can sit back in your chair. If you'd like a little more support, you can have your hands over your belly, facing down, facing up, whatever feels good to you. Soften your eyes, bring your attention inward, and one more time, check in with your breath, with your emotions, with your mind, with your body. What's shifted? What would like more attention? And I'll just be quiet now for 2 minutes as we savor the stillness. If your mind wanders, just come back to that breathing. And keeping your attention inward, feeling the weight of your body on the chair, your feet connecting with the earth. Just open your receptors to the group energy field we've created. People here in Friendship Hall, people online, all together we are connected. And in whatever way works for you, sending any beneficial energy outwards, could be to someone you know, could be to everyone everywhere, could be to the earth. Let's just do that actively together. And getting ready to slowly, slowly open your eyes. You can wiggle your toes a little bit. Keeping that quiet stillness within you. Let's end with pulling down the heavens, palms facing up. We dip into the earth, go up to the cosmos, and now this hand over hand, calming down our midline, storing that energy into our belly center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, putting any beneficial energy into our reservoir. Hand over hand. You can rub your belly, rub your chest, rub your palms. If there's anywhere in your body that needs a little extra healing, you can put your hand on there. We spend a lot of energy working with the palms. Sometimes it's just nice to rub down the meridians. Just sending yourself that healing. And if you would like to join me in the closing, I like to end classes. I feel that this, taking a pause, showing up, doing your self-care is one of the best things you can do for yourself. And it's a gift to your family, your neighbors, really the world. And I like to dedicate the merit. The words I use are, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Beautiful. Shivers down my arms. Thank you, everybody. This is one of my favorite times of the week. Thanks for showing up. I'll post this one. Hi, Carol. I'll post this one on YouTube. And Thursday morning, 8:30, if anybody wants, I'll see you there. Bye, Ruth. Bye, Frank. Bye, Carol. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Jane. June Ellen. Isabel. Good to see you guys. Bye.